hope that we don't go black again. I don't know what that Colette, I hope you'll find me again. I don't know what happened. Just all of a sudden the screen went blank. And I know in the past couple days I've been watching other YouTubers, and they have been saying that they're having issues with lives as well. And so anyway, what I wanted to do is just do some collaging of envelopes. I've got a bunch of different papers here that I can, excuse me. Please don't let that be a 24-hour one coming up. No, Fred, you're going to have to stay back there. Fred, stay. Hi, Colette. You found me again. Thank goodness. Fred, I know. You're such a good boy. You want to say hi, Colette? Say hi, Colette. Say hi, Colette. Anyway, you can't hang out here today. We're going to be gluing. So I think I'll start with a small one, maybe. Look, you need to move. That's it. Move. No. No. It's just going to be a pain in the ass. Hi, Carrie Ann. Trying to get my craft stuff away from the cat, who's trying to keep it away from me so that I will play with him and not do this. Okay, I have so many different bits and pieces of papers and stuff that I have used before, and I just thought, oh, it's time to, maybe use up a few and do some. Well, that's what I did the last time, is I went to turn lights on, and when I did that, I will do this very slowly. As soon as I tried to turn my lights off, everything went black. So we'll do it carefully this time. Do with those. Grab my glasses or I can't do a darn thing. So I just thought, let's get some of this done. And where is my magazine? Or a book. There it is. So I can use this for the gluing. And then we'll eventually, I've been watching a lot of Roxy's creations, and I really like the stuff she's doing on that 100-day challenge. It's really nice. But 100 days in a row, it's got to be hard on her. I don't know if she has to do it in a row, but she seems to be, because she's got a video up every day of what she's doing. And there. Okay, are you going to be nice? No, you have to be nice if you're going to be up here. I like the back piece of this. This is pretty. It's got the... You got marbles under your butt, and you're kicking my lamp. Thanks. Marbles aren't for the kitty cats. I'll have to do one of those again. Haven't done that for a while, the marble art, painty papers with marbles. Haven't done it for a while. I should have brought some of my painty papers over here, but I didn't. I was just trying to be sneaky and get in here before the cats woke up, because having them here is... Let's see, what can we do with this guy? Put this one here. Oh, yeah, it's pretty. That's pretty. And what I've been doing is when I send out, I don't think I did it on the last one I did with you, Colette. I'm not sure, but I have started to do this where I collaged the front part of my envelope, and I address the back part. And the lady at the post office, she's always, you know, every time I come in there, she's like, what do you got today? What do you got today? We want to see. And then they all come and have a look at it. And but I think the last one I did was when I did it and sent it to Donna Burrows, I think it was. Or was it after that? I can't remember. Oh, should have taken. There. So what you been up to lately, Colette and Carrie Ann? Have you been busy crafting, or Colette, you working? And yeah, I do too. And even if they're already addressed to somebody, it's like you can do this to it and it's like a brand new envelope, as long as they don't write their return address on the back. Mind you, I guess you could cover it with a piece of paper of some color to just cover up that address. Let's go here. There. So I've been watching some of the creators' videos, and was watching, oh, what the heck is his name now? Brian Z or something. Trying to organize your craft room. Good luck. Boy, I've tried that so many times, and it's like after I've organized it and think, oh, that's so much better. I like it better, and then I can't find a darn thing. So I've been trying to keep my table clean, but I have so little room here that I have my Gemini sitting off to the side over there. And, then my cutting blade is here. So it's like, this is it. Like I get these, unless the cats show up, like both of them at the same time, then we get in trouble. And, hey, Bo. Okay, let's see what else have I got here. See, this is all just stuff that's just, it's been laying around, and it just needs to get, I don't want it that big. I know if I rip it away from me, it's better, but I forgot. It's got to go the other way. You're labeling everything this time. That's a good idea. Nope, got to go the other way. Yeah, this way. Isn't it? Nope. It's this way. Yes, I thought I would get one. I want to try to get a couple done this weekend, couple of videos. I may go to my tablet, well, I don't even have to, I guess. But as soon as I go live, it just goes live on this, on my webcam. And if I use my tablet, then I can upload it. I haven't figured out if I can upload from my webcam or not, so that it plays later, because I'm having eye surgery on Monday, which I'm, not really looking forward to. Like I've had a lot of friends who have had it done and say, oh, it's nothing, but I don't know. I've always had this thing about, people getting too close to my eyes. I don't like it. Now this guy wants to just take part of them out and put another piece in, and I'm like, So I had to start the eye drops for those today, which was lovely. To take two different types of eye drops 3 times a day. And what else have I got here? What else? Something on Italy. Some Italian writing, maybe. Oh. Yes, Fred, I know you're there, and I'm not. Mommy's not shaken, so you don't have to worry, buddy. It's okay. You just want Mommy's attention is all you want. Yeah, it's all you want. I guess if he's holding my arm, he feels like he's crafting too. He's my crafting buddy. I don't want that piece there. I want it over here. He's trying to go to sleep, but I keep moving my arm, so he's like knitting my arm. I guess that's supposed to make my arm go to sleep. I don't know. Not working though. Yeah, me too, Colette. That's my biggest problem. It's like, now where did I put that? I put it in the best place I could think of to put it. Why can't I find it? Okay. Now I want to put something focal. Oops, about that. Put them out of your way, Fred, okay? I went a little crazy and bought some of the Tim Holtz stuff finally. And what's the other one called? I forget her name now. But it's all flowers and stuff too. Well, that might be cute. United States. But I'm not in the United States. I'm in Canada. I don't know. I don't know what I like. But these are the other ones I was talking about that I can't remember the name of. They sent me Amazon sent me a thing saying that they were going to be delayed, and they arrived right on time. So I don't know, maybe they thought they were going to be late and warned me ahead of time just in case. I wonder how this looks. Let's try this. Can you guys see this? I'll push that back. Get rid of the map. What are you? Little ladybug. Ladybug. Maybe just a little bird with a ladybug and the flowers. That's kind of cute. Maybe the ladybug can go over there. What do you think? How's that look? Yeah, these little plastic boxes you mean, Carrie-Ann? Yeah, I love them. I bought it was a case of them that I got, like this. And it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 boxes in it. So it's been kind of fun. Where did I get the boxes? I got the case at Michael's. It was $25, but with the 16 cases in it, I thought it was great. I could probably use another one and maybe put some of the stuff that's on my shelf, because my shelf is just overflowing. And I'm thinking that if I was to put them into little cases like this, at least the smaller stuff anyway, Yeah, it's a good deal for 16 of the cases. I mean, you can buy one case or whatever at Dollar Tree, and it's $1.25. So when I saw them and they were $25, I thought, well, that's a pretty good deal. But you got no flowers, buddy. No, have nothing, just leaves. I know, it's a bird. Chirp, chirp, chirp. You just want to eat them? I think I'll go with these guys because that pink kind of goes with that. Have to get my stronger glue. Whoops, sorry, baby. I hate gluing the nose. These stickers. Oh, I think I'm going to have to cut my nails pretty quick. No, it doesn't look like it's a sticker. It's got a different backing on it, but that's what made me wonder. If it was a sticker, that'd be cool, but I think I need me my, where are they? My special tweezers. See, now I've lost those. Oh, there they are, right there, hanging on the edge. See if it will pick up anything in the edge. K & Company, that's the name of these. Why did that just come to me now? I don't know. Well, I'm going to glue it down because I can't see it as a sticker anywhere. It doesn't say it was. Didn't say it was when I bought them, so I'll just glue them down. It just seems like a cardstock on the back anyway, so. Oh, well, that was lovely. Good thing it's an old shirt. Never wear a good shirt to a craft table. Never, never, never. You know, and I have from creative memories when I was working. I have an apron for crafting, but do you think I ever use it? No. Too much hassle to put on. Oh, does oh, what was I going to say? Does Angela drive, or does she take the bus? Because I know she went shopping a little while ago. Was posting things that she had bought. Does your Michaels have Michaels Online back there in Montreal, Colette, where you can order things online and they either deliver it or you pick it up? Oh, she doesn't live near you? Oh, I thought you guys lived pretty close to each other. Come on. Oh my God. That ladybugs were supposed to be lucky. This guy, no, can't pick it up. It's the fingernails. They're getting in my way now. I'm gonna have to definitely think about cutting. I mean, if I cut them, they'll be this length again within a couple of weeks anyway. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But they just, I don't know, they have grown and grown and grown. And this is like a month's worth of growth on them. And it's just amazing. I had pink nail polish on. Colleen saw that. Then I had a shimmery red kind on for about a week. Oh, it's complicated to get to where she is. Are there? Does your husband drive? Or do you have one? I can't remember. Okay, so there's one envelope done. That's kind of cute. So set that one aside. And where did I put the rest of it? Okay, there we go. So now we'll do a bit bigger one. And see. Use some of this painty papers. Some of this nice mustard color. And maybe some of that. This is my BC Hydro bill. It's got a little piece of the top on it, so we'll take that. Oh, yeah. You may both. Been divorced for quite a long time, but him and I stayed very good friends because we seemed to be better friends than living together. You know, we got along better. And so we stayed in each other's lives, you know, talked to each other on the phone, visited once in a while, but not very often. And then he passed away in September, so that was kind of hard. Especially when you have remained friends and talk to each other every couple of days, and now they're not there. And then my little lady friend that I had out by the airport, she was 90 years old, and she wasn't feeling well, and she was having dizzy spells, and you know, it had happened a couple of times, and she had gone into hospital a couple of times, and her doctor had just sent her home saying, oh, it'll go away. Well, this time she went in, and her doctor, for some reason, she kept being sent home. And I mean, this was stupid. I mean, she's not getting better, and you're not doing anything for her. And then, you know, all of a sudden she's really feeling rough, and she pushed her medical alert bracelet that she has that would summon an ambulance. And my my girlfriend, who is the first contact for her, was out of town, and they tried the second contact first, and she wasn't around. And so when the ambulance got there, they just got somebody from the main building to go and let them into her cottage. And they took her to the hospital. And she ended up with a different doctor looking after her, which turned out to be a damn good thing, because he put her through all the tests that she should have been put through before. And she went in May. I went up to see her on my birthday, because that's what I wanted to do on my birthday, is I wanted to go and see her, because I hadn't been, you know, like I had this frog in my throat that wouldn't go away, didn't know what it was from, and I was afraid to make her sicker. So I had to, you know, kind of stay away, but I was really worried about her. And then we found out that the frog in my throat was being caused by the medication for my asthma. And that's all it was, is it was a powdered inhaler kind of stuff. And it was causing that frog. And I kept saying, I know I'm French, frog, but please just go away. I mean, I'm French by birth. I'm quite, you know, I was always quite ticked off that my mother never spoke it at home. The only time anyone spoke French in my house was my mother and my grandmother, and it was always around Christmas, Easter, birthdays, whatever. So you knew something was coming up. But, you know, My grandmother did teach me, you know, a few sentences in French, but I wish, because she used to say that, no offense to you, Colette, because you live there, that she did not like, she didn't think it would be wise for me to take French in school because they taught Canadian French and we are Parisian French. And so the thought of me taking Canadian French, you know, and them not saying the words, teaching me the words properly, really upset her. And so I never took French, but I really wish I had. I do pick up accents, though. That's something I was born with, and I don't know why, but if I'm around somebody with an accent, the accent will automatically just come out, and I don't know how come. When I lived in Iceland and I came home from there after a couple of years, and people kept saying to me, "You've got a weird accent." And I said, "No, I don't. I sound the same as I always did." They're like, "Oh, no, you don't." And so I had picked up, well, I had been there for a couple of years, so I guess it was fairly likely that I would pick up the accent, you know, with trying to speak the language and stuff. My boys, oh, they were about one, just over one. Well, not quite one, I don't think. And when we went to Iceland, so Iceland was the first language they picked up, even though they had started speaking English. Hi, Vanessa. They had started speaking English here when we lived in Manitoba. They had started their English speaking. And then as soon as we got to Iceland, they just picked it up so fast. And I'll never forget the day that one of the street workers, they had just paved the sidewalks by our house or unit that we lived in. And some kids, I guess, had run through it and written in it. And so I was outside with the boys and we were playing soccer in the yard, and they were only like 2.5. And we were just kicking the soccer ball around, and the guy came over to the fence and was trying to ask me a question. I was trying to ask him if he spoke English, because all Icelanders speak English, but they refuse to do it. And so my little son, the youngest of my twins, came up to me and he said, "Don't you know what he's saying, Mom?" And I said, "No, I don't." And he said, "He wants to know if you know who put the writing and stuff into the cement." And I went, "Oh, okay, thank you." So I just said to the guy, I told him, "No, I have no idea." And the guy just kind of smiled, because it was like a 2-year-old who had to translate for me. It was embarrassing, but, you know, I did go to a language school in Iceland, and I tried to use Icelandic with the kids when I was there. I also tried to keep them speaking English. But when we came back to Canada, my fiance said to them, "Just remember, if you don't want anybody to know what you're talking about, speak Icelandic." Do you think I could get those kids to speak English when we got back here? No way. They absolutely refused. They would not speak a word of English. And I was so mad at him for saying that to them. And I'm trying to use up these bits and pieces that I have sitting here, because they are bits and pieces, and they're just, you know, I have them sitting in a file folder and they're kind of in my way. So it's, if I can do this and get envelopes done. That's great. Oh, I started to tell you, and I don't remember. There goes my mind. There's just my senior moment. I turned 64 in June, so I guess now I get more senior moments than I had before. I don't know. But I have been watching a lot of the creator studio stuff, trying to learn different things about YouTube, how to make your channel better, and things like that. And I was watching Brian Z, I think is his name, this morning. He came up in my email, and so I went and watched it. And I ended up watching 3 or 4 of his videos because they were very interesting. And there's like with the creator analytics that they have and whatnot on your channel, they're saying that while having subscribers is a good thing, the most important thing is your click-through rate and watch time. Watch time is actually the most important thing for a channel. So I know when I go watch somebody's channel, I watch the video from start to finish. And I've noticed in my analytics that people will come in, they will watch the, parts of the video or watch the beginning of it and, kind of see what I'm doing. And then they leave. And so that plays with your watch time and makes your watch time go up and down kind of thing. And so, to get monetized or, things like that, you need that watch time. So that's why I always, it doesn't matter whose channel it is or how new you are. If I've clicked on it, I just stay and watch it. And when I go out, I will put my YouTube on because the cats, I always leave noise on for the cats. I used to leave TV on, but I don't have Cablevision anymore. So I just decided I didn't need Cablevision, and I switched to Prime, and I get Prime Video, which is really quite good. I really enjoy it. And so, if you do go into somebody's video, it's really important not only that, yeah, you've clicked on it, but it's really important for that person that you watch it all the way through, even if you're doing your own crafting at your table, as long as, theirs is still on, then they're getting the watch time minutes that they need to help their channel grow better. This is what I wanted. This one. There. So, I mean, I just, like I kind of have known that for a while, but he was really hitting it home in that video today that, with all the changes that are coming up, if, that if you're trying to grow your channel, this is one of the things that's really, really important. And I was like, well, that makes sense, because if somebody just clicks on it and then doesn't watch it, well, all you're getting is click-through rates, and you're not getting the hours watched or minutes watched or any of that. What did I do with my scissors? Oh, there they are. It wouldn't be the same if I didn't lose my scissors once in a while. Oh, shoot, I think I just cut into the napkin. Have to do something about that. Did I? Just a touch. Well, we'll take this little piece and we'll just wrap it around over there. why am I not on my paper? Silly girl. So I'll wrap it right here. And just wrap that right around where that little hole was. It's very tiny, but if there was anything tiny in here, then it wouldn't stay in. Bye, Carrie Ann. Kids have arrived. Yeah, I do. I find that, you know, sometimes the very beginning of a video is, you know, like I know with mine, it's like I'm just starting to get into it kind of thing and not really sure where I'm going to go from there. But then towards the end of the video, I've, you know, picked up steam and I'm doing different stuff. Like this one. Okay, these are smaller. Okay, can I use the bigger peoples on this one? Or even a big butterfly would be pretty. That would be pretty. Let's see. Yeah, if I look at, helps me if I look at my TV because, like, well, my laptop's hooked up to my TV and my, oh, I like that one. That one looks good. Yeah, I feel like I haven't been doing videos enough lately, and it's, you know, there's just been so many things coming up, like with doctor's appointments, and oh my God, they're putting me through the rigmarole, let me tell you. Well, this is pretty too, but it wouldn't go with that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't really match that well. I think I like this one. Or maybe coming from this way. What do you think? Looks like you're the only one here now, Colette, or is there somebody else here too? You like it upside down, like flying in, or maybe I can put a little flower there. No, I need something different color. Like this. Uh-huh. I've got there's this new tenant that has moved into this building, and I'm telling you, this guy or girl or whatever are going to drive me out of my mind. I mean, they start from the time they get up to the time they go to bed with thumping music, and I'm talking just thumping. And it's like, I mean, I used to be a landlord, and I know that they just need to turn the bass down, but I just absolutely hate complaining. So I've been putting up with it for a few weeks now, but I'm getting to the point where I'm going to stop. Maybe that one would be, let's see, that one or that one. Do you like this one with the flower, Colette, or do you like it with that this single flower? Trying to decide because they're both kind of the right color. Yeah, I like both too. That's the thing. I don't know which one to go with. I think I'll, yeah, because this one kind of looks like it's just floating. So I think that I'll do this one. Put this down. Let's get these guys out of my way. Yeah, I mean, it's been going on. I think they moved in at the beginning of May or the middle of May even. And I don't even know where it's coming from, which is, I mean, I know people next door to me moved in on that side, which is right by my front room. So their bedroom is by my front room. But their worst thing that I have had a problem with is the smell of pot coming out of their apartment, because I cannot stand the smell of that. Makes me sick to my stomach, you know. I'm like with the doctor saying, or all the tests that I went through for allergies and stuff, and the doctor telling me I was allergic to grasses, I was like, ah, that's why that makes me so sick. It's a grass. But yeah, I feel like phoning my landlord and saying, can you come down to my apartment? I have a problem. That way he can hear it for himself and he can go on the hunt. The yellow? Oh, the yellow. Oh, yeah, it was a yellow flower. Well, let's see what other butterflies we got here then, because now I put down that orange one. Do I have an oranger one? That's kind of green and orange. This is just the same, but no glitter. Let's see what else have we got. This is reds. That's not good enough. Yeah. Well, this one seems to have the greens and the oranges. Let's see, do I like that? Stabilo around the bug, yeah. Well, I don't have a Stabilo pen, but I have watercolor pencils, the expensive ones, so I could do that and make it stand out. And I do have some pens here, but it's not a Stabilo. Yeah, I could do, and I've got Tombow pens as well. That'll work. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. That'll be a pretty envelope. And then I'm sure that I forgot my vinegar and water and my cloth. Whoever receives it can, probably use a heat gun to lift it, melt the glue again and lift these off, or else use this envelope in a junk journal. I don't know. But I just thought it would be fun to do this, and have, happy mail. Yeah, it is. It's really hard. Let's see if that helps a bit, lifting it up to you. And this butterfly is all glittered, so except in the orange part. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's really hard to see the actual colors. But I have mine here, and I have my webcam right up here, and then my laptop's right over there, and then it's hooked up to my 42-inch TV, so I get a fairly good view of it. Yeah. So let's see. So let me see what I can grab my. Yeah. Okay. Here's the black one. we can do this little antenna. I can only see one antenna. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Sorry for not talking. I'm trying to concentrate. Don't want my hand to all of a sudden go into a shake. So if I concentrate on it, it won't. Bring that leg there. Oh yeah, that makes that little bee show up a lot better. Much, much better. I wonder if I should do that around this one too. How's that? I'm debating whether I should. I don't think I want to go black all the way around. Oh, sorry. This one? Let's see. Let me get my hands to. Okay, just getting things focused. How's that? This is just on a smaller envelope. And yeah, I don't think I want to go black all the way around. I just wanted to do a little bit on the body of the butterfly just to have that and give them some antenna. Yeah, I think that looks good. That's good like that. And if, you know, if somebody who gets it decides to put it into a journal, they can do it how they like. They can, you know, go black around it or green or orange or whatever. They could even just pull these up if they want. And then there, put my tumble marker. Everything's gonna have a craft-a-lunch around here pretty soon, I'm telling you. I've got a bunch of stuff that I have sitting ready to do an auction, but with everything that they keep hitting me with, it's like I can't do an auction now. You know, like I was hoping to do it in June. Oh, Zentangles. I used to do a lot of Zentangles. I have someplace around here and I can't remember where I put it. I used to have just a little, like an art book about that wide. And I would carry it in my purse with me because I had, my PTSD was so bad that if I had to be in, like say a doctor's office or a lawyer's office or anything like that, and had to wait, I couldn't look at people. And I don't know why. It just was a part of the anxiety. It was like if there was people there, I was a mess. And so I discovered that if I took that pad with me and a pen to do Zentangles with, I could sit and Zentangle and not even realize that the other people were even in the room. And it made it so much easier because I could just concentrate on that. My favorite one to do was the braid. I used to love to do that one because most of my life I've had long hair. And you know, when my daughter and my granddaughter were little, I mean, I used to braid their hair all the time. When my daughter was small, I used to, you know, dress her up in little fancy dresses and, you know, cute little shoes with socks with lace on them and all that kind of stuff. And when she grew up, she's like, you know, you need to wear a dress. We're going to a wedding. I ain't wearing no dress. Like, that was her. Give her something pink. I hope you kept the receipt because I'm never going to wear it. And then she had a girl, and she was determined to have her girl be a tomboy. But I had already designed a Victorian wardrobe for her before she was born, and my daughter didn't know that it was a girl because they wouldn't tell back then when she had her, and she didn't really want to know. So, but I knew. I've done it with all 6 of my grandchildren. I knew what they were before they were born, with or without scans, and usually I did it before they had the scans. And it's just one of the psychic things that was left to me by my grandmother. That's all I can say. You know, she was very psychic, and she left some of it. I inherited some from her, and so, you know, that was the one thing that I could do, was always tell whether the child was a boy or a girl. And I was never wrong. I haven't been wrong yet. But it's like you have to know the person, or I did. I had to be around the person. When I met my daughter-in-law for the first time, my youngest son's wife that I didn't even know had gotten married. And I met her, she was pregnant, and I just said to her, well, I hope your son is very healthy. And she goes, oh, he is, because she already had a son. And I went, no, not that one. This one. It's a boy. And my son just went out of his mind. Yes, yes, I finally get my son. And she's like, damn, I wanted a girl. She said, are you sure? I said, I'm positive. It's a boy. And I said, and within the next year or so, I said, Wes and Corey are going to have a girl, which is my other twin. And Stephen looked at me and he's like, did you know that they were pregnant? And I said, no. He said, yeah. When Corey found out that we were pregnant, she got pregnant right away. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. She says, yeah, she's 2 months. They're 2 months apart in their delivery dates. And I said, oh, well. I said, does it matter? I said, at least the 2 kids will have each other the same age. And I said, but Wesley's is going to be a girl. I'm sorry. And sure enough, my oldest son had a little girl, and my youngest son had a boy. And his wife wasn't happy that she was having a boy, but I said, well, look, what can you do? Boys are cool, you know. Can't always get what you want, you know. You get what God gives you, and He's given you a girl. Well, it ended up being that it would be her last child because there was some problems during delivery, and there was problems with the baby. They had to find out, because my youngest son didn't know his blood type, but identical twins have the same blood type, and all that kind of stuff is all exactly the same. So the one that had just had the baby phoned my oldest son's wife, because my oldest son was out of town with the Navy, and said, I don't care what issues you have with me. This is an emergency. I need to know Wesley's blood type because Stephen doesn't know his, and there's a problem with the baby's blood. We need to know it right away. And she knew what it was, so she immediately told them, well, this is his blood type. And so that helped, and helped the whatever it was, the situation that the baby was going through, that they needed the blood type for. And keep feeling like I should be inking these, but I don't want to ink today. Yes, untangling is very relaxing. So is this. I love doing this. This is very relaxing. Like, I haven't worked in my fat Fred for a long time, and I kept saying I should be doing stuff in him. Fat Fred is my glue book, and I haven't done anything in it for so long, and I really like playing in it because you don't have to have everything organized and all fancy or anything like that. So it's quite fun to work in. Oh, I like that pink up against that black. This is from my telephone bill. The other one was from my hydro bill. I noticed the other day someone was doing mixed media on something, and they had an envelope that had red writing on the inside, and I thought, I wonder what that's from, because we don't get envelopes like that here for our bills. Nothing with red on them. It's just all, BC Hydro, of course they have, big bold letters, BC Hydro, all through the whole thing. Whereas the other ones just have, the regular kind of stuff. And BC Hydro wants to make damn sure you're going to pay your bill. Darn sure. Gotta stop doing that. Let's see. Got a piece of this. How about that? Oops, looks like this glue stick's starting to run out. I had a whole bunch of glue sticks here, and they were all ones that had run out. But when they run out, they still have glue in them that you can, use something to take the glue out and spread it down. A palette knife, that's the thing I was trying to think of. I'm really good at remembering names lately. And I got to the point where I had so much on my desk, and they were taking up like a whole box of stuff. And I just thought, no, this is just not worth it. So I just threw them out. So I thought, I haven't done it yet. I'm probably not going to. So let's just get rid of them. And so I did. Maybe I should put you down here. Are you working on anything while you're watching, Colette? No, you're just watching me work? That's good. I like doing that sometimes too. It's like, I could be doing that if I wanted to. It's more fun to just veg out on the couch sometimes and just watch. You gonna start a channel, Colette? Do you think? You're not that computer competent? Yeah. Well, I found that, you know, doing it with the tablet to start with kind of taught me a lot of stuff that I have recently, you know, found out that people that do lives and have done lives from the beginning don't know how to upload a video. And yet that was the first thing I learned on here, was how to upload a video, because it was the only way I could do it. And so it's like I can do either way, which is good. I'm glad of that, you know. Let's see what we got here. What have we got? This has more. I finally did some, last week I had to make some little avocado dip, which was a real hardship for me. I love avocado dip. But I made taco salads and tacos and, you know, soft tacos and stuff. And I love avocado dip with it. And so I thought, oh, I'm finally going to try that, doing that avocado paper. And I only used 2 pieces of avocado. I used 2 avocados, even though I had 3 because they were on sale. I just thought, okay, well, everything I've heard and read so far is that you boil the skins and then, you know, pour it into a flat pan and make your paper. And I thought, well, you know, if just using the skins gives you such a light color like that, I took the skins and the pits from it. And you know how you have to hit the pit with a knife and turn it to get it to come out. Well, I did that, and then I turned the pit around a couple of times and whacked it with the knife to, you know, open it up a little bit more and put that in. And I got a really nice dark avocado paper out of it. And it's actually got, and I don't know if it's from the pit or not, but it's got like little black dots all over it. And, you know, it's really pretty. So I finally tried it and finally got it. But I mean, this pink one and this pink one and this blue one, those are all done with Kool-Aid and the Kool-Aid dyeing to get that nice bright color. Like I had seen other people doing it with a couple, you know, like mixing it as if they were mixing Kool-Aid and using kind of too much water as far as I was concerned, because they were getting very pale papers. And I thought, I want paper a little bit darker than that. And so I used 1 package of Kool-Aid and 1 cup of hot water. And it came out beautifully bright. It was so nice. I really, really liked it. Do I want that green there or not? I'm not sure. Well, Fred, you had to come back out and lay on everything, so now I can't see anything again. Why you did that? Just 'cause, huh? He's lifting his nose up in the air like, what do you think? I wanted to, so I did. Okay, let's try this here because it's still pink. I like that side. So Fred is back. Must be. No. They've been trying to sucker me in for the past few days. You know, like they'll have their breakfast at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, depending on when they wake up. And then they try to sucker me into dinner for 1 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't. That's not how it works. Just. There. And now where did I put her? I think I like her. Do I like her in the middle? Yeah, she's kind of pretty, but I don't want the white around it. That's what I don't want. That's close. Look me. Or you do. Oops. Hey, just because Mommy's ripping paper doesn't mean you get to, Fred. Oops. Okay. Fred. Fred. Hey. Yeah, no, I think I don't want this. I don't want Timmy on this one. That's a good boy. You turn around the other way so you're not getting into trouble, okay? Okay. That's a good boy. Now, if I need you to rip a piece of paper for me, I will ask you. How's that? You're just going to go to sleep. Okay, good boy. Yeah, I think she's kind of cute in here. Maybe we can add something else to her. There's all the ones with the flowers. This one. Well, that's not good because she's pink. Pink, pink, pink. I don't think that's pink enough. Hmm. Not sure yet. There's some kind of nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Here's another ladybug. It's too purple. No, I think I kind of like that little birdie. He's kind of cute. Oh, there's this pink flower too, but no, she's got a lot of flowers. She's got lots of flowers, so she doesn't really need one. Here's just a bee. No. Yeah. No, I think I'll just use that little bird with the little pink rose on it, because she's got those little pink roses in her basket. So I think that's kind of cute. Now she can just go on, because she's, let's put that in the wrong garbage bag. Okay. These flower ones, they're the K & Company. I got them on Amazon. Let's see if I can, I know I had the package over here. I don't know if I brought it. I thought maybe I brought it over there, but I didn't. I don't know what I did with it. But it's K & Company, and it's got flowers and birds and butterflies and whatnot, and it's on Amazon. I think it was like $5 something. Yeah, I like the background. And then I've got this one I had printed off the computer, and she's got little pink flowers down here that match the one that's up in the bird up here. So they kind of match. So that's why I'm going to use her. Whoop. Have you watched any of Roxy Creations? She is doing a 100-day challenge thing. And oh my God, some of the things she's creating are just amazing. And she's making, basically, she's doing all sorts of different sizes of tags and envelopes and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, her 100-day challenge. That's what I've been watching her, and she's pretty good. I there's somebody else who's doing it, and I can't think of their name at the moment. She's the actual one that started it too, but I happened to click on Roxy's channel one day, and it was right at when she, at the beginning. I think she was on 25 or something, 24, 25. She's up to 75 or something now. And I've really enjoyed watching them. It's a pretty cool thing. So I keep trying to come up with something, but my brain's getting overloaded by all these, doctor's appointments and surgeries and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I'm finding it hard to let my creative part out sometimes, just because I have all these other things that I have to worry about. And it's like I'm not allowed to drive to the hospital, not allowed to drive back, but I have nobody to do that for me. So I have to take a cab. And I mean, I know what I'm like when I come out of surgery. Like, I'm a nut job. And yeah, but apparently they keep you conscious during this cataract surgery. They freeze the eye apparently. And when I was talking to the receptionist when they were booking everything, I said, well, do they put you out for this? And she said, well, no. She said they freeze your eye, and if need be, they give you something to keep you calm. And I said, well, you put it in my file right now. It's a need be, because I have PTSD. And if you don't give me something to keep me calm, I'm not going to be. You know what I said? Because coming after my eyes is a big fear with me. Like, because that day he had injected my my tear ducts and flushed them, because he thought that's what was making them water and all this kind of stuff. Didn't do a damn thing. Yeah, they drained, and it drained down in my sinuses and my throat and everything, but that was not what was causing the issues with my eyes. And I've since found out from my stepdaughter, who's been a nurse for a long time, that cataracts do cause itching and watery eyes. So that's been the problem all along, is that it's the cataracts causing it. No, I mean, because it's in the mornings. I mean, I get up, I put my coffee on, come into the front room, take my medications, do my inhalers, do my eye drops, and then I have to use a nasal inhaler as well. So it's like there's like 4 major things I have to do first thing in the morning. And starting this morning, I had to start the eye drops for the cataract surgery in my right eye. And I have to tell you, my eye has never felt this good in the last 3 years. And it's amazing. I guess one of them is, I believe one of them is for relieving your eyes, and the other one is an antibiotic, so they can make sure that your eyes are cleared, you know, before you go in for surgery or anything. But you know, if you've got cataracts, call it. Don't wait too long, because they said some, you know, when they were telling me, he said your cataracts right now are at the sweet spot to take them out where it's easy, and you'll have much less problems. If you wait too long, they get too hard, and then it makes it harder for them to take them out. So if you do have them, I would suggest you get the optometrist on it, and find out, you know. And I've had how many, 3 girlfriends that have had it done. And every one of them said afterwards, I can't believe how bright everything is, and the colors, and, you know, that everything looked different instead of it being hazy and blurry. Or, you like in my case, it's like the colors look dull. They don't look as bright to me as colors used to. And so I'm hoping that that's going to go away, and that I'll be able to see clearer. And like they say that if you had, like, say, bifocals, which I did. Yeah, Kool-Aid paper is permanent. I just saw that on there. It stays permanent, doesn't come off, because you bake it in the oven. And at first I wasn't baking mine in the oven. I was just letting them dry over a rack. And that way I was getting a lot more done. But once I started doing them in the oven, the results were so much better. And you got that crinkle to the paper too. Yeah, I go back in August. I'm having one surgery on Monday on my right eye. And then on the 26th of August, I go back in for the left eye. So they're doing two eyes. And I wasn't scheduled to have the surgery until November, but somebody canceled their appointment at the hospital that I chose because it's right close to me. It's only 2 blocks away from me. And so I said, I want to have it done there. I didn't want to go to the one where my lady friend was and passed away. I hate that hospital. They almost killed me when I had a heart attack at 40. And so I chose to go to the hospital that's closest to me because I have had a stroke and I have had a heart attack. And this is the heart hospital in BC. And it's the best heart hospital there is. And so if there's any issues during the surgery, then they're all right there and right on it. So I don't have to worry, and which is good for me. It makes me feel a little less anxious. We got it there. Something shiny just caught my eye. No, could do this though. Oops. Stay down. Oh, might be pretty. I don't know how that would go through the mail though, but it looks pretty. Okay, where's my, there it is. We shall put a frame. To really use those are for where I do oops, those are for my fussy cutting, and when I do paper tool. Been paper tool for a long time. Well, not paper. Yeah, it's paper tool. Oh, hey, what are you two fighting about? None of that. You don't be doing that. Yeah, I like Meg's Lockley. She's nice. Aunt Beck is good too. I like Aunt Beck. I watched Danina with the art bar and Teresa and, oh, what's the other one? Lisa, I think it is. Okay, why aren't you coming out nice like you did before? Excuse me. Oh, please don't do this to me today. This is happening because the stuff they've had put me on for my lungs it turned out I was allergic to it. And I was on it from September until until the 11th of June. And now they're not putting me on anything at all right now. And, yeah, they do, don't they? And so they don't want me on anything until they're absolutely sure that the first stuff, which was called Fasenra, they want to make sure it's totally out of my system. So, and everybody thinks that it's for allergies. And it's like, no, they're giving me this stuff for my lungs so that I can breathe, because my lungs kept shutting down on me and I'd end up in the hospital. And they don't particularly know what's causing it, or they've done x-rays of my lungs just recently, just a couple of weeks ago, and I saw my respirologist and he showed me the x-rays, and he said, your lung is perfect. And he said, there's no cancer, there's no nothing. He said, all these little white spots that you see are what we want to see, because they're what's giving, providing oxygen to the lung. He said, so everything looks absolutely perfect as far as that's concerned. Now we just got to find something that'll keep these bad boys working, because I was punched very hard in my back over and over again. And then the car accident I was in, it made things much, much worse. And so I've had a heck of a time breathing ever since then. And it was my cardiologist that found it first, like, he's a great guy. I just adore him. He's really thorough, and if you got questions, and even if he's got 4 other rooms filled with patients, he will stay and answer every question you have. He is an amazing guy, and he goes over everything with you. And so anything that I have to go through, like with the cataract surgery, anything to do with my lungs now with the respirologist, they all have to send reports to him, because he follows everything that happens to me that could possibly affect my heart. So he makes sure that, they're aware of things, and that he's aware of things, and that he gets reports on how things went. And, oh, come on, you two, you can't both fit up here. Come on, down you go. Come on, down we go. Okay, there we go. Yes, you're going to make Colette sick, because you're moving the camera all over the place. Sorry, Colette. There, let's see if we can get just... Yeah, it's sorted. There we go. I hate it when that happens when you're watching somebody else too. So it's like, oh God, no. Let's get this down there. There we go. That's better. At least you're in picture. I'm wondering if I need to go around that little bird and the flowers. Thinking about it. Okay, where's the side of this thing opens? Maybe if I just do it with a gray, it won't be so stark. Yeah, that's better. Now I know that the Tombos are waterproof, but I don't want to, I don't think I really want to smudge it out. I'm not sure, but doing it this way to start with anyway. Yeah, let's see, how does that, oh, that looks a little bit better. Let's see, maybe I'll add a little bit of, oh, that's a brown. So let's take a light brown with the brush side. Just paint it in a little bit more. Give it a little highlight in the brown. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, that gives them a little more stands them out a little bit more. I need a different, probably this brown. Yeah, do this brown, just make his little footsies a little bit. A bit darker so you can, there, that works. There we go. So have you watched, you like that envelope? Thank you. Have you watched any of Angela's stuff since she started her channel, Colette? That would be nice for somebody to get and put that up to dry. Yeah, I like her. I like what she's doing because she's always showing stuff that she's made. But you don't get to see the process. And I kept saying to her, you need to start a channel. And she's like, no. And I was like, yeah, do it. So she finally did. And I like what she's doing. I love the box she did for her grandson, the steampunk box. It's gorgeous. Absolutely love it. did a really, really nice job on that. I guess her grandson's graduation was a couple of days ago. Friday, I think it was. Yesterday was Friday, wasn't it? Yeah. See, I'm so good I know what day it is. I know nothing. I just goof off and play. Now, let's see what else have I got. No, Nico, I need you to go down, buddy. Can you go down? Nico, bud? How about go in the window? How about you go over in the window? Well, this is a bunch of stuff I forgot about too. Happy Meal, bits and pieces. Put it in here so let's see what we've got in here. Oh, let's use some of this stuff. Craft line. Oh yeah, now everything's going. See what all do I have in here that's been left over. Happy Meal. Another coffee paper. Small pieces. Someone, I believe, sent this to me in a Happy Meal. This is a picture of my grandmother and grandfather. It looks identical to them. My great-grandmother and grandfather, pardon me. Looks just like them. Don't know where it came from. Don't know where they got it, but it looks exactly like them. And so I kind of just, I've kept it in here, but it's not really something I want to use because I need to go to my genealogy site and do some investigating. And this picture looks just like my dad when he was young. He doesn't remind me of any. Well, he kind of reminds me of my Uncle Bobby, but but this looks just like my dad. That's what he was like. Wavy hair and all. Let's see, I've got rabbits and these and I don't think that one. Oh, I know who sent those to me. That was from, is it Lana Stevens? I think is her name. What have we got here? We got some bling and flowers and some papers. Okay, let's try some of this. This came from Santa. So let's use some of this paper in here. See what happens with this one. I think this will be the end of this. How long have I been on now? Oh, I've been on for today is Friday, yeah. I've been on for about an hour and 40 minutes, and I've found that a lot of the crafters I'm watching are setting timers for like 1 hour and only giving them themselves an hour to do things. I gather it's so that they're not, taking up other people's time. I would imagine, and I'm not. I don't like. I mean, I understand it, but here you are, right in front of my face. I don't like to work when I only have an hour. Then I just feel like I'm under pressure. So that's not doing anything to help me relax. So I kind of do it until I think, okay, you guys have had enough, and or I've had enough, one or the other. Like it just you just don't know sometimes, if you've overstayed or but like once you get into a crafting project too, it's like which one do I like better? I like this. Yeah, I like that better. You get into it and you kind of lose track of time. And if YouTube didn't put a timer up in the corner there when I'm live streaming, I wouldn't know how long I'd been here, because I don't wear a watch. Once I retired, I stopped wearing a watch. I absolutely refuse. And I don't have a clock in my bedroom anymore, because I thought, well, I will get up when I feel like it. Mind you, the cats have other plans for that, because they're like, you will get up when we want our breakfast. That's all there is to it. And we're hungry now, so move it. And they're not very... Well, Nico's fairly gentle about it. Like he'll, rub my face with his paw. Fred does too. I've recently, because of the problems I have with sleeping, I've started wearing a mask at night to block out light. And when I do that, it's like I could sleep forever. It's like, it's dark, leave me alone, right? But to them, it's not dark because they're not wearing a mask. So maybe I'll have to make masks for the cats that they can't take off. And then they can sleep as long as I sleep. But, so I find myself more often than not falling asleep on the couch because I get comfortable, and then it's like I don't want to move because I am comfortable. And I'll just keep the Prime. I was on Netflix, but I signed up for Prime for a shipment of something that I needed fast, and it was like I got 2 free months of Prime. And then I realized, Netflix was supposed to have raised my cost for one TV to $8.99. Well, they raised it to $9.99, and they couldn't explain it. So I thought, okay, I got to find a better channel. Like I've been watching Netflix forever. They never seem to put anything good on. Most of the stuff when they say they've got 52 new uploads and all this kind of stuff, it was always in a different language, and it was just getting worse and worse instead of it just being, Korean or Chinese or French. It was Turkish and Spanish, and there was hardly anything in English. And they don't put any of the American shows on. Like one of my favorite shows used to be Criminal Minds, and man, I could sleep to that show. Because I don't know what it is. I mean, I know it's a crime show, but their voices had that monotone type of sound that just, made me feel sleepy. And if I was tired and couldn't sleep, I would go out on the couch and I would put on Criminal Minds, and I would be asleep in minutes. And I don't know why, but it worked. And I just, it was just their voices. And it was like I knew all the characters. And, so it was like I could lay there and just listen. And it was fine. Like I was listening to it and knowing what was going on because I knew everybody's voices and stuff. And, so it was kind of neat. But, you can't get it here. They just don't, none of the, and I'm sure that the American shows are, in English, but they weren't giving us much choice up here. And so I started looking around, and then when I realized that Prime actually had Amazon Prime on it, I checked into it to see how much it was, and it was only $7.99 a month, which was like, okay, that's what I've been paying for Netflix. And I have discovered that Amazon Prime has some really good shows on it. And if it's in a different language, it tells you before you can click on it. It tells you right in the thing what language it's in just by hovering over it, which I appreciate, because with the other ones on Netflix, you had to click on it and watch a few minutes of it first before you realized. Yeah. You mean you get you get it? You get my Criminal Minds back there? I'll have to move to Montreal. Either that or get Cablevision, but it's so expensive to have Cablevision here. Like I mean, I only have internet, and my internet is $80 some odd a month. But I was like, I can't live without my internet. I need it because before I started doing this, I mean, I had a card making business where cards were put up for sale and things. I'm wondering. Sit that down there. There. Do I like that or not? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Do that right through the middle. Okay. Just hold that down for a minute. Get it to stay there. You have an antenna? You mean like back in the old days when we were kids and your father would say to you, go and turn the antenna on the TV? Yeah, that's good. Just hold it right there. You take your hand away. No. You got to put your hand back. Put your hand back. Turn it again. And all of a sudden, yep, that's good. Don't take your hand off it. And you ended up standing there for the whole TV show so that everybody could see it. Oh, it's a box that hooks up to your TV? Oh, that's kind of cool. I've seen all these. Have you seen the ones that they're always advertising now where you don't never pay for cable vision again and you buy this box and then you just hook it up into your TV? Oh, yeah, I remember the steel wool or the aluminum foil. Yeah, we used to do all of those. Or get a hanger so that you could stand back and be able to see it. Yeah, the fun we had as kids. Our kids have, and our grandchildren, they have no idea what it was like for us just to be able, I mean, I never even saw a TV until I was almost 13 years old. I didn't see one. Yeah. Oh, that's it. And it's worth it, is it? And does it get all the TV channels and stuff, Colette, or just you like it? What's the name of it? I can't remember. Oh, I see. So you could pretty much watch any channel, but does it cost you extra for watching different channels, or? Well, that's a good idea. Keep that in mind. Because then there's really no need for Prime TV or. Did you get it on Amazon by any chance, or does it come from somewhere else? Let's see if I can find a stamp. Oh, at Best Buy, I have had nothing but problems with anything I've ever bought at Best Buy. I bought one of those, a Sony e-reader from them, loaded it up with books, read one book, and it stopped working. I was so angry. And then they're like, oh, well, we can send it away. And I said, I just bought it like 4 days ago. Why can't you just replace it? You know, they're like, oh, I guess we could do that. It's like, Jesus. So they did. I don't know if I want that stamp on there. I do have a handle with care. Oh, that would go over here, I think. Not sure. I'm wondering if I should just leave it with. I don't want that. And this doesn't, the colors don't really go with that either. Sorry about that color. Somebody's just, Nico, I need you to stay where you are, buddy. Okay? Just stay where you are. It's too much stuff up here today. Yeah. No. No. I think I'll just do the oh, come on, stay closed. Don't go all crooked on me here. Get all gluey. There. Then we'll give them an airmail stamp. Be nice if they took a look at this and said, oh, 6 cents to mail it? Oh, nice. Imagine an airmail to the United States of America used to be 6 cents. Hello, Dahanu. I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the channel. I am just embellishing angels, Happy Mail envelopes. So this is the first one I did. And there's the second one. This is the third one. I like to decorate them for, you know, for Happy Mail or for swaps or what, this glue here, this one. It's Elmer's Craft Bond. It's pretty much the same as Fabri-Tac. It does everything that Fabri-Tac does. It does the same thing, but it has a better closure. It doesn't, you know, explode out of the bottle, and you can get it at dollar stores, and it's not that expensive. I've had this one for quite a long time, and I think there's I can see how much is left in there. Yeah, there's about that much left in here, and I've had it for a good long time. So it's got that type of tip on it that you can do a small line if you want. And I mean, we can get it in dollar stores here, so I would imagine that you could. Okay, close. And this is Titan glue sticks. These come from the Dollarama that's here. And they're a good glue stick. I like them. I wish they were bigger. I have found these ones that I found at Walmart. They're called Playday glue sticks, and they're the larger ones, and they were 12 for $3, and they work pretty good too. I've used these and I have no issues with them at all. They seem to work really well. But these ones just happened to be sitting on my desk today, so that's what I grabbed. And when I ran out, I just grabbed the same thing. So I think I'm gonna throw a couple of little. I wonder if these little roses on the outside would do anything to the mailmen or mail machines. Well, I get mine all stamped by hand so that they don't go through a machine. But I'm wondering if these, come on, step over there for me. I wonder if these will work. I just want to put it on a couple of them. And I've got this glue that I tipped out by accident. Oh. Yeah, I quite like this glue color because it's, like I said, it's cheap at the dollar store. I know that there's like a $1 store here where I get it, and it's like $2 a bottle or something. And then there's other ones like Dollar Tree where everything is only $1.25, and you can get it there too. And it's usually, they put it usually with the acrylic paint bottles is usually where you find it. So if that helps you in any way. There. Because there was some like purple sort of in there and mauve kind of in that picture. So I just wanted to add those. Now it looks like, see, oh, let me get it. Come on now. Here's what it's supposed to have. That autofocus is supposed to be off because I don't like autofocus. Oh, come on, get in there. There. So these are just a very pale mauve color, and that's a very pale pink. There's 3 on that side. Maybe I should put 2 on the other side and make it 5. And that way it's still an uneven number, but it sort of evens out the picture too. I'll put one like right here. And one right here. Oops. Put the purple on the outside of this, because then I would have gone purple, pink, purple, pink, purple. Yeah. Hang on, buddy. You stay right where you were. There. That's better. Well, that's one more, I think, done. That I will call done. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's just an Elmer's brand. And it's called Craft Bond. It says paper craft gel. But it works on fabrics like really just like Fabri-Tac. And it's really, really nice. I like it a lot. So did you receive your little package yet, Colette? What I sent you? It seems to me you sent me an email saying you did, but I'm not sure. My brain's gone on holiday right now. My brain takes holidays every now and then. I have to be careful pulling this out, but I'm just curious. Because every time one of these comes out, somebody here who's black finds them. I have some beautiful, beautiful peacock ribbons, and he actually opened my crafts drawer and got them out and was running around the house with them. And trying to get them back from him was almost impossible. No, that covers up too much. Just that little one. Oops. Stay there. Stay. No. What about this down here? No, covers up too much of the picture. Save it for another day. And another envelope. Whoops. So are you working on anything special these days, Colette, that you might need some things for? If you know what I'm getting at. Are you doing a journal, or are you scrapbooking, or what you up to? Oh, you're working on little boxes? Oh, what are you doing with them? Are you covering them with bling and stuff, or fabric, or what? I had some little boxes around here that I put away after Christmas. And I think I put them away so well, I don't know where I put them. I'll come across them when I least expect it, though. Oh, look at this. I had this tissue paper in here. I could have used some of that. That was silly me. Silly me. Next time. I also have some Tim Holtz tissue paper now, too. I went on a bit of a Tim Holtz binge. There's small inheritance from my mom, and picked up some things I couldn't otherwise afford. And the Tim Holtz people and things were some of the things I was wanting. And the tissue paper. I like the Tim Holtz tissue paper, so I had wanted some of that. Covering them with painting papers and embellishing them. Well, you've done 5 so far. Oh, post some pictures on my on the group. Let's see what you're up to. And because you've been pretty much the only one here the whole time, I will send you some things that might work with it. And you will be, I will get you some, because I got bling, I got flowers, I got stuff. You're planning to send me a box next week? Oh, how nice. Well, I'd love to see it on the group, though. I mean, I'm trying to get people to post their pictures on the group, and it just seems like everybody all of a sudden stopped, you know, and at first they were doing it, you know, a lot. But we're getting more members in the group, and where's my mouse, Nico? You have it behind you. Okay. Let's see. I want to scroll up here. Dehanu, if you want to join the Facebook group, I will put the link below this video when I upload it. Well, it uploads on its own, but it gives me a chance to put the links and things in. So I will put the Facebook link in there, and come and join the group. Love to have you. And when you do, don't forget to add your address in the address and random act of kindness, which was Happy Mail. I think I put it Happy Mail and random act of kindness. And then we've got a birthday thing that you can put your birthday down. And once I see it, then I take it and I put it into the file where it's kept private. So I've been keeping up with that when I haven't been able to sit and craft. So I have been trying to keep up with Facebook, and I finally figured that out. It just suddenly dawned on me, okay, do this. Let's give this a try. And it worked. And I was like, oh, thank heaven, after all this time, now I finally got it figured out. And it's so easy to do. And I had tried it before, but it didn't work. So I don't know what I did before that was making it so tough. But yeah, I don't know. You live and you learn, and it's all you can do. You know, as long as you learn one new thing every day, you're still alive. And my grandmother used to have a saying, and she used to say, the day you stop learning, that's the day you die. And I totally agree with that. You know, I try to learn something new every day, whether it's from somebody else's channel or for, you know, putting it up on my channel to show other people. Now, I mean, I'm not the, you know, like, there's a lot of people who collage. I'm not the first person who's ever done a collaged envelope, I'm sure. And I like collaging. Yeah, that one goes that way. So these are the 4 that I got done today. I probably could do more, but I have someone sitting on my shoulder reminding me here. The black one. You see him right there. Yeah, and when he sits here and stares, you know that it is very, very close to his feeding time, and he will not go anywhere. He will just sit there and stare at me. He's really bad. Yeah. So these are the ones that we got done today. And once you post your pictures on the group, Colette, I'll know what to put together in an envelope for you and send it to you. And see if I can put it in one of these for you. It's close to your feeding time too. It's only 2:30 here, but these guys have started to try and sucker me into feeding them by 1 o'clock, and it's like, no, not happening. So, oh, here's Nico coming to check over everything and make sure that it's done properly. He's pretty good. He's very gentle, and he will try to not walk on things. He'll try to stretch his foot out so that he gets way over it. Oh yeah, I forget you're 3 hours ahead of me, just like Ontario. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. All right, everybody. I know there's a couple people that are, or there's one in the background besides, the Colette, you're here, and there's one other person back there. Don't forget what I always say. Creative clutter is always way better than idle neatness. And I hope to see you on my next live stream or upload. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm going to try to do a couple more over the weekend because I do go in the hospital on Monday. I do get out the same day, but I usually have weird reactions to, anesthetic, and I don't know what they're going to use on me. And I know it's a one-day surgery kind of thing, and then the next day I have to drive out to Sydney. I'm not allowed to drive that day because I'll be doped up, but the next day I have to drive out to by the airport and see the eye doctor so that he can check everything. And then I have to keep doing drops in my eyes for 4 weeks, I think. And then that gives me, like probably a week's grace. And then I go for the next one. Thanks, Colette. It's kind of nerve-wracking because it's my eyes, and like I'd rather lose a leg than lose my eyes. That's just my way of thinking. My hands and my eyes I can't do without, because how would I craft? How would I read? But I will be back. So thanks for watching, everybody, and take care. And I'll let you know how it goes, Colette, because you're saying you have the same thing, so you may have to have it done too. And from what I understand, it's really simple and not painful. So if that's the truth, I'll tell you. Okay. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.